bit of non-physical life for you. We are beings of the light. White light, meaning purity. Everyone over here is of that same vibration. But we do different things. Some of us incarnate, we become people in the physical body, and some of us do not. Now, the ones that do not, we like to call them archangels. It's a term that you use, and so we like to just use it to differentiate what it's really like. So pillar one information here, and we do like to say it that way. It's pillar one information, non-physical life versus physical life. All right, non-physical life. We are all pure positive beings, but we do different things. Now, archangel type, let's just give them that title, they never incarnate. They don't become people ever. They have selected as their only activity is healing. They heal things over here and over there. Now, what kind of things do they heal over here? Well, we make things. And when we want to unmake things, they dissolve it for us. It's like if you want to build a building and then you no longer want a building there, you want a playground, then they uncreate the building because everything is made of thought. And so they take the structure of thought and they dematerialize it, but they never incarnate. If they've chosen that way of life, then they have chosen to elevate their consciousness, to deepen their understanding of expansion and what creating is all about. They've chosen to do that without participating in physical lives. All right, so that would be an archangel. Everybody else who doesn't do that chooses to become a person at least a little bit. Some of us do a lot of it, and some of us do a little bit. Okay, so everybody has archangel energy as part of their non-physical team. And so you always have a healer among you. Okay, now you also have a team of non-physical teachers, because when you decide that you want to participate in physical life, and we talked about this in the beginning, you know, you could be a young soul, you could be an old soul by the time that you figure out that you want to do physical lives. There's no, you don't go to second grade and third grade. You're not forced to do it in second grade and third grade. You could, you know, have a PhD and then decide to be, we don't have PhDs, we're just, you know, playing with the air. But let's say that you're an old soul and you're really grown up like a PhDer. And then you decide you want to start participating in the world. You can. You don't have to do it first. It's not a progression that you have to do in a certain order. So when you learn about it and say, oh, well, yeah, I think I'm going to go do that physical world thing. I don't know what that is. What is it? Well, you got to go just use your physical world teacher. I don't have one. You don't have a physical world teacher? Not yet. I didn't go that pathway. Oh, well, then you got to go to your higher self. They'll give you one. Okay. So then you go to two beings up in your own soul family, and then that being tells you who your soul family's teacher set is. And so then you're given the list of people that teach you all about how to be a soul being that participates in the world, what it's all about. And you learn all about it. You make your energy field, you make the grid, you make your chakras, you make the all of the components that go with it, and you make your soul intentions and you plan it out, and you learn all the things that have to do with all the different domed life. There's a lot of them. These places of physical life, there's a lot of them. And you decide where and when you're going to do them and for how long. And then you do. So when you have finished your learning, and now, so you decided that you wanted to be a person and you want to participate in the world. So then you got to go to school and you learn it. You learn it. but you learn it as fast or as slow as you feel like. You never fail, and you're never behind. You do it at the pace that you have set for yourself. And nobody thinks that you're bad if you take a long time to do it, because maybe that's what you've chosen. And so you just, you come to class when you want to, and you figure it out whenever you figure it out. And then you begin when you begin, and you end when you end. It's freedom that we have over here. It's not freedom where you are. But when you are ready for your first lifetime, then you pick one of your teachers to be your guide. And they are your guide in all of those lifetimes. So just substitute guide for life coach, because they are with you your entire lifespan and they never leave you. They are the ones that bring you in and bring you out, and they are at the top of that non-physical communication and healing cord. They're at the top of that cord permanently. They never leave it, and they never take their eyes off of you. They never take their eyes off of you and the world, because they co-create with you. If you're creating a bad day, they bring in happy things and they ask your mind to do the happy things instead. And sometimes your mind does, and sometimes it doesn't. So you have a life coach. That's your guide. But that guide is really one of your non-physical teachers that taught you about the world. So you have all of your teachers available to you, but you have the one that you selected to be your coach through your life experience. But you also have that archangel sending energy in to help keep the grid clean. And that's what is used to rotate energy through all of the sectors of the grid. And so you have a guardian angel, but we would say you get to choose what you want to call which one. So we just say you have a non-physical teacher that most of you call a guide. We like to say superhero, hero, superpower, life coach. Just depends on who we're talking to. If someone is very structured and they don't like playful things, then maybe we won't say playful things and we'll just say you're not a physical teacher. But if someone is needing more playfulness and they're open to it, then we just say you're superhero. Genie in the bottle, but you get more than 3 wishes. And they watch over you your whole lifetime, and they really, really do. But the team of people that they bring in to help you, we call it the guardian structure, because it's a team of people, but one of them is in charge. That's what we call a high guide. That high guide is the one that's at the top of the cord. So we're not trying to complicate things here, but it is a team of people. So here Carol is here. Now she has high guide, her life coach, mastermind, superhero, guide, non-physical teacher, the one that she chose as her lifespan coach. But then she has the other teachers, and then she has another set of more teachers because of the amount of material that we teach through her. And so let's say you, Rachel, progress all the way to advanced channeled, and you're stepping into being able to do a lecture series, a videotaped lecture series as a channeled person. If your abilities graduate to that degree, that non-physical teacher that you have, that you call a guide, they will bring in your entire teacher team. So there will be a minimum of 5. And they will create the material. But it'll be your guide that sends it interdimensionally and asks your mind to speak it out loud. Now, they don't bring all of your teachers in if your mind is just learning clairvoyance, or if the mind has only accepted clairvoyance and not channeled. So clairvoyant is thought that originates in this non-physical place, presents itself in your own mind like your thought. It sounds like your voice, whatever voice you use to think with, it is presented as a thought. That's clairvoyant. Channeled, it presents as spoken word. These words that we're speaking now, Carol's not hearing them first. And so if your abilities progress all the way to that, then they bring those other 4 teachers in. And if it progressed further, they would, in fact, bring others in. But while you are embracing the training and embracing the unfoldment practice, then it's the first guy, the first teacher. And it's that one. But they'll bring in messages from anybody and everybody. But it is 1 until it's 5. And then it's 5 until it's more. And we have anywhere from 4 to 40 in workshops like this. It all depends on what type of questions come through. So, guardian angel, you have one. We'd say that's your guide. But your guide is one of your 5 non-physical teachers that taught you about the physical world. But you also have some archangel energy that's always in and around you to help keep the grid as clean as it can be. But you got to remember now, the inner mind pays attention to what you have learned, and then it finds more of what you have learned. And along the way, you come upon more things, and then it expands its purview of what it brings to you. So for people that have never learned that there is healing energy in the air, then the inner mind doesn't know to tune into it. So it believes that you are sick when you are not. You have a runny nose, we clean it up before you ever even notice it. But if the inner mind doesn't know that we did that thing, then you experience in your reality a runny nose. But in our reality, we cleaned it up before it hit your physical body. You get what you get. And so when you go to sleep at night, just say, my non-physical team is on it. And they clean up everything so that I have a perfect night's sleep. And a perfect night's sleep, it was a perfect day. And I do that day after day after day, and I do it perfectly. And my life is perfect, and I love my life because of it. And I love my life because I have a non-physical team that takes care of me every second of every day. I love my life.